Are you alright? Are you experiencing any arcade irregularities? If nothing is wrong, I have something to tell you. I have finally unlocked the secret behind the Ancestors' inversion technology.
Alrighty, what is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. My name's Ramasa, and welcome back to the first Descendant. Now, if you haven't seen the previous episodes actually, we went through a place in the Hagios known as the Starfall Road, and then we also did a dungeon area, which was up by the star. So, if you want to go back and check that out, then please feel free to. It'll be in the Eye in the Sky of all the players as always. But for today, we are coming back to Albion to talk to the guide, as we were in the end of the last episode. She said she had something to do with... She said she had more information towards the inverted Iron Hearts situation, so we'll check that out and see how we go. So, as always, I hope you enjoyed this episode or any others on my channel, and if you do, please feel free to consider liking, subscribing, and all that other fun stuff. And yeah, before we do that, I'll just check my mail real quick and we'll get over there and do that. Alright, so the guide had more information about the inverted Ironheart, the legacy of inversion. Okay.
And thanks to the sacrifice you made, Descendant, I was also able to access the inversion technology database, which had been sealed. Inversion was a forbidden technology that reversed the entropy of infinite energy composites like the Ironheart and turned them into antimatter. The inverted Ironheart was intended to be a core element as part of a process to reverse the laws of nature. Anti-particle weapons, destruction of the dimensional wall, multi-dimensional space-time connections. I see traces of countless unthinkable plans. According to the development logs, inversion was created by extremists among the Ancestors who were obsessed with using the Ironheart. But it seems the Vulgus somehow obtained this inversion technology. I think the Ancestors and the Vulgus were connected in some way, long before I was created. I can find no records as to whether that relationship was one of conflict or cooperation, but there may have been no reason to include that in my files. As you know, I am not here to protect the Ironhearts. I am essentially a track and annihilate program, designed to destroy them and everything about them. And through this recent research, I have become more certain of my role and my mission. Descendant, I have acquired an algorithm to analyze inverted energy and have derived a way to destroy it. My next step is to try and apply this to our current situation. Although we can only extract the inverted Ironheart from within RK once, theoretically, there may be a faster and more certain way to destroy it than the process we might use for a regular Ironheart if we use the properties of antimatter.
Okay.
Wait. Descendant. A wave that I have never previously felt within the void is approaching. It seems a Colossus has been drawn to the inverted energy. I'm sure we'll hear from Albion soon.
Oh, goody.
Colossus is closing in, moving towards the Hagios prime hands at a rapid speed. Classification type, Swamp Walker, a deadly Great Walker mutation.
Swamp Walker.
Descendants in Albion, commence with the intercept battle.
Come on, Mr. Colossus expert. Hagios is Vulgus territory. Can't we just leave it to them?
I agree. Right now, we've got bigger things on our mind.
Entertaining those thoughts can be very dangerous, Jaber and Blair.
Once it's worked its way through the Vulgus, it'll come after us next, so that ain't gonna happen. Okay, so a Colossus drawn to sinister power. Okay.
Descendant, I have received reports of your outstanding performance in Hagios, and with our ongoing research into inversion. We believe that swamp walkers were alerted by the inverted energy exposed in Hagios, and began heading toward Ingris's dimension. But they're not only targeting Hagios. They're currently moving toward multiple areas within Ingris.
Oh, goody.
What will you do if one of the swamp walkers approaches Albion? I heard that you have submerged the inverted Ironheart in your arcade. Can you guarantee that they won't be drawn to that energy, Descendant? We cannot always assume a best-case scenario. That kind of carelessness is how humanity was almost totally annihilated a century ago.
Yep.
You are humanity's hope, Descendant. You need to be more proactive.
Damn it. Since Mr. Colossus Expert is being so serious about this, it looks like we have no choice, Turret Boy.
I believe the data from the Colossus will prove useful.
Useful? For what? Cracking open amorphous materials?
Please, just let her finish.
As Seneca said, the Colossi are moving towards various regions, not just Hagios. If those regions show signs of inverted energy, we may be able to use that for our overall plan.
True.
The plan to destroy the Ironheart.
Well, that's good news!
Whatever you're planning, we have to do it fast. The White Nine Gulch is still dangerous.
Okay. So we go after the swamp walker.
Are you ready to undertake a void intercept battle assignment?
Let's just check my gear first, just to make sure. Okay, so what have we got? SMGs, nothing better. Scout rifles, nothing better. And machine guns. Do have something better. Okay. Now we're talking. Okay, so let's unequip all. Thank you. Swap you with you. Interesting little thing. Module settings. Yep, recommended modules. Thank you very much. Reload time plus a little bit. Not bad though. Alright, let's check these other ones though. So that's what I have. Okay, and then oop, hey. That's what I have on the Thunder Cage. And then alright. Everything else in here can get burned. Other than maybe the top row. Top two rows. Wrong button. Okay, core wise, I've got a 90. Increases my stats across the board though, so I'm happy. Though that one does take my skill points up, reduces my overall by a little bit. Tempting. Alright. 80. Let's go 90. 78. 88. There we go. 74. 72. No. And I don't have a chip. Okay, this is what I currently have on my gear. Recommended modules. Brings up my skill, critical damage, my max HP, and Skill power modifier. Alright. Don't believe I have anything else.
Have you completed preparations?
Alright. Swamp Walker. So we've got the eyeball, we've got a couple sensors and a helmet. Take out the helmet, take out the brain, but he is a shell. And his knees are a weak point. Cool. He's toxic, but he's resistant to fire. Weak to toxins and electricity, though. I'm currently above what I need to be, though, so that's something. No, so... The Albion Recon Corps unit who first discovered Swamp Walker had a rather complacent response due to its resemblance to Grave Walker, which resulted in complete annihilation. Through continued investigation and tracking, it was revealed that this particular entity possesses camouflage abilities in the forest and swamp areas, distinguishing it from Grave Walker. It came to be known by a different name. Even now, encountering a Swamp Walker in densely overgrown areas is akin to encountering a nightmare itself for humanity. Its exceptional camouflage ability causes significant hindrance to operations conducted in the forest. Okay, so we better hope we don't actually fight this thing in a forest or a jungle or something. It has a smile though, as creepy as it is. Alright, so it's got 3 million health, 2 million damage, 2 million shield. 2 million, yeah, 3.6 health, 2.4 shield. 5,000, 56,000 defense, 262 attack? That's weird. Huh, okay. As always, I'll try this on my own, but if I need help, I'll get help. So, as always, I hope you enjoy. Not exactly jungles, but... Lovely thing, aren't you? Take out the eyeball. You shoot wildly and drop these guys. Got it. You've got toxic cannons. Yep. Okay. And the rockets. I need to think about this for a minute. So your guns aren't weak points. Oh, ally, that does something. Can I take out those rocket bullets? Oh, that's a good thing. Any of those. So, this is like a fortress mode. Ow. Okay. Let's try this new engine. And the eyes out.
The recent intercept battle provided an opportunity for me to survey the area around the Colossus' target destination from within the void dimension. They were headed towards some snowy fields, and the area was emitting a large amount of inverted energy.
Guide, the location I just sent you? That's where we think the Vulgus Fortress is. If you found any features or have any intel, please send us the details.
Okay, so we got Millennium Frost, Viper, Silly Weeper, couple toxic cores, defense processor, and a Swamp Recon auxiliary power unit. Okay. Oops. No. Oh, God. Alright, screenshot time. Okay. Up to the guide.
Descendant.
Vulgus Fortress. Okay.
I see. So the Colossi were heading towards the Vulgus Fortress. If the inversion took place there, it would not be unusual to detect a large amount of energy. No wonder the Colossi were drawn there. Descendant, we can definitely use this to our advantage. According to what we know so far, if we apply the inversion process to the inverted Ironheart, in theory, that Ironheart will be completely destroyed through particle-antiparticle annihilation. This is the fastest and most certain method of destroying the Ironheart that we currently know of.
Hopefully.
The only drawback is that it will also destroy everything around it.
Yeah.
But we can use this to our tactical advantage. If the operation is a success, the Vulgus will have nowhere to return to. Descendant,
Which means
if
we
you
can
cannot
lock
retrieve the
them out.
Ironheart from the White Knight Gulch, you must make a decision regarding this alternative plan while it is still viable. Please discuss it with HQ. It will be a difficult decision, but everyone will need to be in agreement.
Alpha,
Copy that.
these are the details of the operation that the guide has laid out. What do you think?
Enzo, this isn't an easy decision to make.
But it's not like we have any other option. Let's at least assemble everyone to discuss this.
Alright, well, on that note, ladies and gentlemen, I will leave this episode here. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope it helped you out in any way possible. And if it did, please feel free to consider liking, subscribing, and all that other fun stuff, because this will help push this video out to someone who might find it helpful or enjoyable or anything else. So, thank you in advance and always. So, the more energy we take from the Ironhearts, the more Colossi come through the breach and decide to go, hey, how's it going? And if I've got what the idea is, the guide thinks we can use the energies from the Ironhearts to take out the bridgehead for the Vulgus, stopping their invasion once and for all. So this would be incredibly interesting if it actually pans out the way I'm thinking it'll pan out. So, yeah. So yeah. As always, I will catch you all in the next episode where we will continue this adventure, so stay safe, be kind to one another, and yeah, I will see you all then. Have a good one. Bye.